are you doing? What are you doing over here?
Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself.
Oh yeah, hello. I'm Bill Kennick. I'm 68 years old, born in July 9th, 1947. My claim to fame is that I am the astrological twin of O.J. Simpson. Now, my immediate problem is that I hurt my foot, and I am unable to take the kids to baseball practice and any number of other things they would like me to do. The other problem is that you notice my beautiful shed here. I have been kicked out of the house by my wife for various marital reasons, and I am now consigned to this glorified doghouse, which I'm actually very proud of. It's my shed. Now the trouble is there's a building inspector taking us to court 1 week from today, and he is going to place my wife under arrest, or the judge is going to say, do you plead guilty or not guilty, and then we're going to ask him what's the problem, and he says, well, you have about 13 sheds too many on your property, and what are you going to do about it? And so I think, I have a feeling my wife is going to keep me here until I get rid of the sheds. And then she'll kick me out unless there are no more sheds for me to stay in. But, time will tell. So my life involves sheds, which I build not too well. This one was bought, by the way. This is a purchased shed, which, if you'll notice, it's like actually straight. It's built out of right angles. Whereas the sheds I build are likely to be, between 80 and 110 degrees instead of an exact 90. But, it's close. It depends. So, I build houses. I build tree houses, sheds, various dilapidated structures that look like they're 40 years old, and they're actually only like 1 year old. I can build old antique sheds from scratch, and so on. So that's one of the things I do, is build, and I will soon be in the shed demolition business, and then trying to salvage the wood so I can build something else somewhere else. And but anyway, let me tell you about tango. This is something I would like to do, but it seems like I run into many problems with that. I would like to dance now, especially now. It looks like I have an opportunity to dance since my wife is kicking me out. Now, oops. You want to get a picture of that quickly? I think it might be 11 o'clock, and that is the cuckoo clock. I have the cuckoo clock here. It wakes me up every hour because in case people that have have had a traumatic concussion in their head, you have to make sure they don't go to sleep, because if they go to sleep they may never wake up. So I don't have a traumatic concussion in my head. I have a traumatic concussion in my foot. So, but I think that cuckoo clock wakes me up every hour with that clang, especially if my head is on this side, right underneath the club, the cuckoo clock. And if I want to sleep a little better, I reverse, and then my head turns that way, which actually puts my body on the opposite axis. Now I have found, not that you would care, but if I sleep this way 2/3 of the time, and on the other way 1/3 of the time, I don't throw my back out. But if I sleep too much on that side, which means I'm facing that way, if I sleep too much of that, then my back gets out, and what happens is my knee goes bad, and then I think that changes my gait, and that might have been one of the ways I broke this foot. I don't think I actually broke this foot from having something drop on it, by the way. I think, although that might have happened, but I think it's more likely I just broke it walking, because I've been trying to walk in a new way. In order to do tango, you have to walk in such a way as you're pushing a refrigerator. And I put a lot of weight on that, plus the excess weight I have in my stomach. I'm probably I don't know, 40 pounds overweight, or 30 maybe. Uh, and that may also have something to do with breaking my foot, So I don't know. It's a mystery, but what we're trying to do is like keep off my feet and do what I do best, which is absolutely nothing, and try to rehabilitate this foot in such a manner as I can get about my normal activities. Was that what question did you ask?
How do you feel about being in a shed?
Oh, in a shed. Well, it's fun. I used to have a trailer when I was a kid, and then when I became a college student, I would spend my summers in the trailer. But the trailer had no toilet, and the trailer had... I built an extension onto the trailer, so it was an L-shaped trailer eventually. Which was, everybody thought it was pretty cool, except those adults who said, how are you going to move this thing? Nobody moves an L-shaped trailer. So I've been into sheds for quite a long time. Of course, there is no plumbing, so that means I still am somehow involved with the household because I have to go into the house and use the bathroom. And I might add in this 80-degree heat a shower. I seem to take a lot of showers. But living in a shed is kind of fun because nobody else comes in here, except so far I haven't had any spiders or mice, so I kind of like living in a shed. Although I don't have as many material artifacts here as I might. And for that I have a second shed which has my piano and another computer and then barring that I have a tree house which is totally underutilized. And I have many more sheds that have bookcases in them. I've been collecting black glass bookcases over the last 5 years. Something that I hope becomes an inheritance for my children. Is there somebody calling you? Okay, so that's how do I feel about living in a shed. It's fine with me. It's semi-private, you might say. To wit. Okay.
Right, thank you for this interview.
Oh, you're certainly welcome. My name is Bill Kennick, and I'm also known as William J. Kennick Jr. And you will see me occasionally running for a political office or so on and so forth. So, yeah, I thank you. And what is your name, sir?
John.
John? Just John? John the First or John the Second? King John.
Kennick.
King John Kennick. Well, Kennick means king, actually. So, King John, I thank you for interviewing me, and I'm going to be showing you how to download this onto the computer, by the way. So, have you turned it off? Okay.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Yes, in